I'm gonna let you take it away, man. Go ahead with it.
What's going on, everybody, right now? We're about to go over some tape, about to watch Malik and a couple of the new players we got on today. About to find out if we really got some studs or fillers as we've been going on lately. You know, I'm more I'm more on the filler side than the stud side, but who knows? So what video we going well, what film we gonna go over today, Cat?
Well, we're gonna go over most of the offensive players. If you guys tuned in last week, you seen we went over most of the defensive players. We found out that there was quite a few fillers in there, and not really a whole lot of studs. Now we're going through the second half of the new team members we got, the new Fin fam that we got in the building. On the offensive side, we got Jaylen Tolbert, Tutu Atwell, Ben Sims. We also have Jamari Salier, Charlie Heck, and we do also have a couple punters and kickers, but we're not gonna waste time going over all that. We may cover the stats and everything, but we're not gonna go over film and do a deep dive on a bunch of long snappers. I feel like that's a waste of our time and that's a waste of y'all's time. So we're gonna just roll with that and hope that they're great, right? We did also pick up another defensive player within the past week, Ronnie Harrison Jr. So I went ahead and I grabbed some notes and some film on him as well. But I'm gonna tell you, man, I've been watching some of this film, especially from these receivers, Jaylen Tolbert and Tutu Atwell, and going over these notes, and we may not be in as bad a shape as it looks like. You know, people look at this offense and they're looking at this wide receiver room and they feel like wide receiver is now our biggest need in the draft. They're talking out there. There's people out there talking that we need to go and get somebody like Carnell Tate with pick 11. Well, after we go through this tape, after we go through these notes, maybe you might change your mind. Maybe you might be more hard set the fact that we need to go get a wide receiver at 11. Who knows? Only the tape will tell. So go ahead, smash that like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Get tuned in. We do have a few panel members if they want to roll through and join the panel as we go over this film, but mostly just us. So give me your first impressions on Jaylen Tolbert.
Albert, um, like I said, my first impression is kind of athletic, you know, guy with some talent, but hasn't had the chance to really showcase his ability yet. You know, sitting behind two star receivers, you know, it kind of throw you in the third wheel sometimes. So I look at him as, you know, maybe he one of those studs that we was looking at to be a stud.
A little diamond in the rough, maybe has been
Yeah,
sitting behind CD Lamb. Kind of fell off to rookie Ryan Flournoy last year and the year before, and then also George Pickens rolling into the building definitely didn't help the situation. But he's a big body receiver. He's definitely our biggest receiver at the moment. Well, our second, because Theo Weiss technically is the biggest. But I don't really see Theo Weiss making the starting lineup. So you got him sitting at 6'1", 195, third round pick in 2022 to the Cowboys, and had a pretty decent career so far. You can see it above. In 2022, he played 8 games, very modest, only 2 receptions on 3 targets. So kind of getting his feet wet. Not really had a whole lot of playing time in year 1. But in year 2 rolls around, all 17 games played, 22 receptions on 36 targets for 260 yards with a 12.2 average and 2 touchdowns. One of those targets was his longest was 45 yards. And then 2024 rolls around, 17 games played. You've seen an uptick here. He's got 49 targets, 49 receptions on 79 targets for 670 yards. another 12.4 per average with 7 touchdowns, and his longest was a 48-yarder. And then last year was a dip. He did suffer an injury. He only played 13 games, had 34 targets with 18 receptions, 203 yards. So it's 11.3 per and only 1 touchdown. But one thing I would like to point out, so 2024 was before CeeDee Lamb. Before George Pickens. And if you look at CeeDee Lamb's stats here that I'm pulling up for you at the bottom, you can see those are CeeDee Lamb stats. You can see in 2024, CeeDee Lamb obviously had way more production, right? Obviously, he got way more targets, got way more catches. 162 targets for 101 catches, 1,700 yards, 11.8 per target, and then only 6 touchdowns. So in 2024, even though Jalen Tolbert wasn't the number one, he was still a healthy target share, a good option on the field for Dak Prescott to be able to throw that ball to. You see, he had more touchdowns than CeeDee Lamb that year. He had half as many targets and half as many catches. So, is it a product of just not having the opportunity to be the clear number one? Can he come over here and be a clear number one? Before we dive deeper into it, what do you feel about that?
I'm not thinking we looking at him to come over here and be a clear cut number one. I'm thinking we might want him to come over here and just, I guess, kind of do the same thing he was doing behind CD when he, was, I guess, being a reliable Waddle, as I should say. We then that goes to leave to say who would be our number one, which I'm thinking would be Tutu Atwell.
You're thinking it would be Tutu Atwell? I got some good notes for that. I don't think it's going to be Tutu Atwell, but I do like what I've read up on Tutu Atwell, and I can't wait to get to him. But Jalen Tolbert, yeah, he has the opportunity to fight for the number one, but honestly, this was one of the questions that I could have put as a poll in the chat. It could have been like, who do you think is going to be the number one target? And the options were going to be Greg Dulcich, Jalen Tolbert, Tutu Atwell, and then a rookie wide receiver. Those were going to be the options for that. But I got a different poll in the chat, so make sure y'all check it out. Make sure y'all put your answer in there. Which one of these new Finns has the best chance to be a 2026 Pro Bowler? Is it Malik Willis, Jalen Tolbert, Jamare Salyer, or Tutu Atwell? But before we get into the film, one of the concerns that I have with Jalen Tolbert is I look at that Dallas Cowboy team from last year, right? And I look at how they were willing to get rid of Micah Parsons to be able to bring in George Pickens, right? They felt like, oh, we could afford to get rid of we can afford to get rid of Micah Parsons so that we could pay George Pickens to come over here. If Jalen Tolbert was really that good, I feel like they should have been able to not need to go out and get the big name receiver in George Pickens. And had they kept Micah Parsons and Jalen Tolbert stepped up into the George Pickens role, it would have been a whole different story last year. How do you feel about that?
That's a good take.
That's a good take, right?
That's a good take. That's a good take.
All
but
right.
As we all know, sometimes, people just don't fit in other people's systems. So,
hey, delusional Patriots fan, I've been meaning for you to roll through here. I want to do an AFC East mock draft here in the coming week or two. So I need a Bills fan and I need an Eagles fan to want to come up here and jump on the panel and run a mock draft for their team so that we can get one rolling for the AFC East. I feel like that'd be a fun activity to do. So make sure you head over to the links and join that Discord so we can get linked up. All right, so let me get the tape set up for you, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we got to slow the speed down, right?
Yeah.
Did it play? Did it play?
Nah.
No, it's not playing. Why is it not playing?
It's not playing on my end.
Here we go again.
So which game is this? This is the Philly and Dallas game.
Yeah, hold on. Let me change the speed on it.
It's the one they lost.
Hold on. You're gonna have to watch it on the stream. I have it as a backup so I can just play it on stream. So hold on. Yeah, because it's playing just fine in the background.
Right. But that Philly game, he only had 2 targets with 1 reception.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of highlights from last year. A lot of the highlights are from later, earlier in his career. Alright, so let me set this up so the viewers out there can see it, so everybody can see it.
He had a total of 34 targets with 18 receptions. That's that's a little over half. That don't sit too well with me. I ain't even gonna hold you. I need that at least to be 23 receptions out of 34 targets.
Yeah, no, he hasn't had good production, but it's hard to judge it, right? Because the tape, if it'll freaking play for us, is actually pretty nice.
And that was last.
Well, in this tape, it's a mixture of last year and
So what you saying? His 24 season was the season?
yeah, his 24 season was the season. That was good. What the hell? Okay, yeah, they can see it on the stream, but now my computer's acting stupid. There we go.
See, that's still out like 79 targets with 49 receptions with 7 touchdowns. Yeah, I can't see him holding no consistency.
Yeah, and you got to think too. All of these are highlights,
Right.
so it's not showing. It's not showing any of the bad stuff. Only the good shit.
I mean, there's one game against Pittsburgh, which they won in 24. He had 10 targets, but 87 yards, 1 touchdown, 7 receptions. That ain't too bad.
I'm trying to figure out why my damn media player is being stupid, bro.
Let's see what 23 looking like.
I had all the notes just pulled up. I'll show you.
Yeah, he got to see he got to see a playoff game in 23. He had two targets, didn't complete neither one of them, in which they lost to Green Bay.
Let me close my media player and see if that helps. Because the other day it did this too, but then like it ended up working later on.
But
Come on.
right.
All right, so while I'm figuring this out, Jaylen Tolbert.
See, I can't hear you now.
You can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, I got to get this media player closed out and open back up.
Yep.
It's not working properly right now. It's not working super properly right now. All right, so Jaylen Tolbert, in my opinion, I don't think he's going to be the clear cut number one. I think he will be in rotation for sure. But we're probably our number one is either going to be Tutu or we're looking at somebody in the draft.
For sure.
Or we're looking at somebody in the draft because like yeah he's a big body, he does catch the ball, like he can get those contested catches, especially like in the red zone, but I don't think he must not exert the confidence in the locker room to demand that type of role, or else he'd already have it, in my opinion. They wouldn't have went out and got George Pickens. They would have kept Micah Parsons and rolled with Jaylen Tolbert and Ryan Flournoy if they thought he was good enough.
Yeah. His 24 24 year, yeah, the year 24, that's when he had the most targets. So, I mean, he definitely got more opportunities as time went along. So, you know,
One thing I
it there.
One thing I will give him credit for, because the time that he missed last year was early in the season. The one thing I will give him credit for was in 2024 he had a pretty bad finger injury where his like finger, like his bone like stuck out of his finger, but he still went out and ended up playing the next week with that broken finger.
Right.
Bad broken, like bone through the skin, showing on national television.
So he got the toughness.
Yeah, he's definitely got the toughness. He's got the grit. So it's like if he can, we'll see what he does with some real opportunities, because that's one thing he hasn't had yet is real opportunities, and he's going to get the chance to get those real opportunities this year. But for now, I don't think he's a stud. I think he's just a depth piece at wide receiver. Maybe he'll have a couple plays written up for him for deep shots or red zone targets. Maybe a couple third down plays. But then we move to the other new receiver we picked up in Tutu Atwell. Now, this guy's another Miami native from South Florida. You're seeing a trend here, right? Halfley and Sully, they trying to fill the team with Miami natives, because who better to go represent your team than people that grew up rooting for this team, right? It's just you play different. It hits different. It means a lot more. So I like it. I like the fact that they've been bringing in a lot of Miami natives, a lot of people from South Florida. That's one thing I do like. Tutu Atwell, pretty fast.
That is a fact.
Pretty fast, right? He ran a 4.33, his 40-yard dash, if I'm correct, or if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 2-2.
He was drafted in the second round by the Rams. This is his 4th year in the season. Let me pull up his stats for you. I got his stats here for you. And one good, interesting thing about Tutu Atwell, and you'll see it in his 2024 year specifically, he ran a lot in motion. 31 of his snaps were pre-snap motion, and if you've paid attention to anything that Bobby Slowick said in his presser, the one presser that he's had so far, so it won't be hard to go find it and go check. He said that he likes motion. He's going to be implementing motion into this offense. Well, Tutu Atwell is a product of that. The Rams, they use a lot of motion over on that team. Puka Nacua in 2024 had 50 snaps of pre-snap motion. Tutu Atwell had 31 snaps of pre-snap motion. That same year, he also had 70% completion percentage. Like, good hands. Caught most of the passes thrown his way. Average depth of target was 20.4 yards. His yak was 10.8. In 2025, last year, he had 0 drops. Granted, that was only on 15 catches, but still, 15 of 15. Every time they threw the ball to you, you made sure you caught it. So if you look here, 2022, when he got drafted, he played 13 games, 35 targets for 18 receptions, 298 yards, 16.6 yards per with 1 touchdown, a long of 62. 2023, 16 games played, 67 targets, 39 of them caught, 483, 12.4 yards per with 3 touchdowns, a long of 44. 2024, last year, all 17 games were played, 42 receptions on 62 targets, 562 yards, 13.4 average, 50 was his long, but he didn't have any touchdowns. You can thank Devontae Adams for that. Oh no, that wasn't 2024. I think that was the emergence of Puka Nacua. Who else did they still have in 2024?
He came. I know he came in for Cooper Kupp.
Oh, Cooper Kupp.
I remember
Yeah. Cooper Kupp. It was Cooper Kupp. That's right. Cooper Kupp had a hell of a year the 2 years prior to him leaving the Rams. What's up, everybody in the chat? Thanks for rolling through. Make sure y'all smash that like button on the way in. And if you're new here and you're enjoying your time, smash that subscribe button. But you can see here, Tutu Atwell is also pretty fluid with the run game as well. Not last year. He didn't have any rushing last year, but the previous 3 years he did have some carries. 9, 5, and then 2 carries. So, like, the carries have gone down. So maybe he's not doing a whole lot with them. You can see.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to do, because I'm looking at the targets and the receptions too, and it's almost like about the same as Tolbert. I wonder if them like incompletions. I wonder how many on the quarterback and how many of them is drops. It ain't telling me they drops right now. That's what I need to find. They drops because that could tell a lot too. How much of a sure-handed receiver we getting.
Yeah, well, I mean, his catch rate for 2024 was 70% on 62 targets. So he dropped 20 out of 62. Like I said, yeah, it's hard to tell like how many of those was like hit his hands and he dropped them, or it was just like an overthrow in his direction.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's right here in this 23 season. He had, I mean, that's a little bit better. 39 receptions off of 67 targets, but he still only had 3 touchdowns.
So here's a nice little comparison for you, ladies and gentlemen. Let me pull it up. I gotta make it bigger. I can't read it on that screen. Let me know. Can y'all read that? Bro, why did you pull that up? What the heck?
At 5'9", 165 pounds. Yeah, 2'2". He's a gadget player in my opinion. He got the gadget body type.
Yes, definitely the gadget player, but he also has the ability. He also has the ability for the big deep shots. Like, in my honest opinion, how I feel about Tutu Atwell is he's our next Tyreek Hill. Like he's taking that role. He's gonna take on that role. He's gonna be the new Tyreek Hill. You might see him catching something like on a crosser route. Um, 10 to 15 yards deep, or you might see him going deep and catching one over the top and then just turning on the jets and burning it downfield. Um, and I do like the abilities. Like I do like what we're going to be able to do with Tutu Atwell. Sneaky good pick, even though he is kind of short at 5'9", 165 pounds, but he's pretty speedy with a 4.33, and you can see how they stack up to some of the other receivers. You got Jaylen Tolbert running a 4.49. Malik Washington 5'8", 192 pounds, running a 4.47. Taj Washington 5'10", 174 pounds, running a 4.52. Terrace Marshall 6'2", 200 pounds, running a 4.4, and then Theo Weiss 6'2", 100 was that 92 pounds, running a 4.51. So clearly our fastest receiver we got by a long shot. By a long shot. No one else is even got what? Terrace Marshall's the next closest at 4.4. He has he has had some injuries. Last year he strained his hamstring in practice in October, which caused him to miss week 6. He re-injured it in week 7, which landed him on IR, missing 7 total games last year. And then he had a shoulder injury in his rookie year in 2021 that ended his season.
Yeah, I see him doing some punt return duties too.
Yeah, he did have a few. He did have a few returns. So, like I said, there's a lot of options with Tutu Atwell. I feel like right now he is our most. I mean, at the moment, like he's our most valuable receiver. We can use him everywhere.
Him and A-Chain, that's a good
1-2 punch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see if
we might be with that 30th pick.
Say that one more time.
We might be going receiver with that 30th pick.
With the 30th pick?
Yeah. We got 2 in the first round.
So not with 11, but with 30. Who would that get us? Who would that net us?
Especially if we look at somebody that could come in and make an impact. We would have to, but then again, we would have to go at 11.
Let's see if it's wanting to play for us now. Look at that. See, we just have to give it some time. It likes to be stubborn once in a while. So get to run back through the Jaylen Tolbert film and then run into the Tutu Atwell film. See, like, you'll see with Tolbert here, like, through the film, you'll see that, like, he really is the best, like, used as a red zone target. Like, look, there was like 2 red zone touchdowns back to back, and he was clearly wide open. Here it is again, another one. CeeDee Lamb got double teamed. Coming across the middle, right at the goal line. In the back of the end zone, feet down.
That was pretty good body control and catch too.
Yeah. But yeah, you can clearly see that he's like clear red zone target.
Yeah, and he going to get the ball too. Like there's a difference. That's the difference between him and Waddle. Like
look at that one in the in the corner of the end zone.
All these passes I seen him get, I really seen him like snag it out the air, go get it with his hands type deal.
Yeah, and that's what appeals me for Tolbert is the fact that like he is that red zone target for us, like what Darren Waller was for Tua last year. You know, kind of just like if it's third down and over 4 yards, like we're going to Tolbert in the back of the end zone, toss it up. If he can't get it, no one can.
Yeah, I seen him with 3 different quarterbacks right now, and he beat him deep right there.
That was a one arm catch too, right there, in the corner of that end zone. That was nice placement of the ball, though.
Yeah, that was who, Jaylen Milroe?
Yeah.
That was a body catch right there, though. That was another body catch. But that was a good situation. That was a good body catch in that situation. Look, high point. Okay, so he do got a nice little skill set, bag he can go in. Like he can catch it with his body and high point the ball. Like,
and ladies and gentlemen, there's a little bit of secret sauce. We got some film for it that we're gonna bring out later. But there are members of this team that played together in the 2022 Senior Bowl, and that was actually Jaylen Tolbert's reasoning for wanting to come to Miami, so that he gets the chance to work with Malik Willis again, because it was Malik Willis, Jaylen Tolbert, Jamare Salyer, and Greg Dulcich were all on that 2022 Senior Bowl American team. And we got some film from that we're going to show you guys later.
That is crazy, yo. That's crazy. Senior Bowl. That's high school. Senior Bowl. They was playing together.
No, that's college. That's college.
College.
Yeah.
Okay, the college.
Oh. Yeah, because all those guys were drafted the 2022 draft or the 2022 draft.
I mean that makes the connection even better.
Mm-hmm. Which gives you a little bit of hope and optimism that some connections will already be there. So like some of the kinks and the bumps in the road will already be taken care of. It won't be as bad. Like getting everybody used to each other.
Yeah, it is something this guy at quarterback that we got now is doing that, you know, I mean, didn't I don't even know if Tua did this or not. I don't think he did too much. I think he did 1 year, but you know, it's film of Malik and them already out there getting reps in.
Yeah, no, I saw that. I saw the film of him and Tolbert getting reps in, yeah.
I mean that's something right there that within itself, like that's what I'm saying. Like bringing players here that you know is showing that they want to work, and that you know to show these rookies that if you don't come to play, hey, you could be just like these players looking for somewhere to get a paycheck.
Facts.
But I feel like this is good, yo. Ain't nothing but gonna breed more competition. You know, players gonna come out there and play their hardest. So maybe that's why they saying they don't feel like this a tank season. Because people are coming out there competing for jobs.
Yeah, for real. I mean, how can you call it a tank season when you have 20 new players on 1-year deals? Like, still young players too. Like there's a couple of them that are seasoned, right, going into their 8th and ninth year, but a lot of these guys are going into their 4th or 5th year, so they still got a lot of football left ahead of them.
And with the way the game is played right now, you know, some of these older guys, if they have taken care of their body and did the right things, the way the game is played now, I mean, you can be, you know, that you can be that one to preserve and actually produce at, you know, like a Derrick Henry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and keep it going.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Travis Kelce. He's going to be if he actually plays out that 3-year contract, he'll be pushing his 40s. He'll be pushing into 40. Because he's what?
Well, football is it's so difficult because of the wear and tear on your body.
Yeah, it really just depends on the position. But like you said, like a guy like Derrick Henry, that man spends $250,000 a year on his body. But he's going in what, year 10, and looks like he's still in year 5 or 6.
Facts. He'll run the motherfuckers over. Still forming them.
But yeah, you can see here, like, Tolbert has some good ability to him. He has the ability to be good and help this offense take it to a different level. I'm not saying that it's gonna give us anything like the 2023 season did, but still good enough to be efficient, move the ball down the field, not give us what we saw in 2025, I'll tell you that much. Anything's better than what we saw in 2025, to be honest.
Yeah, but again, like I said, throughout this tenure, I done seen him with 3 different quarterbacks. Who is this right here, number 10?
I don't even know who that is. Cooper Rush.
I think, yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Nice little spin move there to keep the play going. His own teammate knocked him out. Wide open.
So they drew up some plays for him, so he has the talent. So you know what I'm saying? Like you see, as you can see, some of these plays are drawn up for him.
Yeah, like he's wide open. Like that one was first read. You know, he knew where the quarterback knew where he was going with that one. Got the first down. Same play right there. Better blocking upfield. He's got good hands too. He hasn't had a lot of fumbles. I think he hasn't had any fumbles, to be honest. I didn't look at that part of the stat.
Yeah, you say 20 drop passes throughout his career?
That was Tutu Atwell, and that was for the 2024 season.
Tutu Atwell, 20 drop passes for the 2024 season.
Yeah. Off 69, off 62 targets.
I wonder what's the issue right there with that. That's a lot of drop passes. That's more than Waddle, ain't it?
But I mean, it seems like the percentage is high if he's got 70% catch rate. Maybe it's not. I don't. Let's look at his film. Let's look at his film. That's a good question, honestly, Cap. Would you guys give up number 30 and our second rounder for number 5 or number 6 for Maui and then get Bain at 11? I mean, that depends if you feel like we really need that much help on the offensive line.
I mean, I don't know. We might end up going receiver.
Let me slow this down.
Top notch.
This thing is moving fast right now. Things like it's moving in overdrive. So yeah, so when I was going over Tutu Atwell's stats, it was showing that he had his biggest production when he was used in pre-snap motion. That's where he saw the majority of his usage. You can see him here in pre-snap motion right there, getting it on the little trickery handoff, cutting it to the edge, taking it in for a touchdown. Nice big deep pass. And this is what I was saying. This is why I like Tutu Atwell, because like not only is he going to be good for us in the backfield, you know, with the pre-snap motions, he's going to be good in the slot, but he's also good deep downfield. He's a good deep threat. Look how open he is compared to the defender. Yeah, granted the defender was able to catch up to him, but what if Matthew Stafford could have just put a little bit more juice on that ball to where Tutu Atwell didn't have to slow down? You know what I mean? Catch him in stride. That could have been a touchdown.
We were saying that a lot with Tua, huh?
Yeah.
Too fast, boy. He was in these highlights, it looked like he waiting on a lot of Matthew Stafford passes.
Yeah, no, 100%.
That was a little high.
That was a little high, right?
Yeah.
But he still brought it down. And if it wasn't so high, like, look, that was a good pass from Stafford. But if he would have brought it in, if he would have dialed it back just a tad, it would have been perfect. And like, either way, he probably would have got taken down right there. But it was like a little high. That one was still a little high. If you've seen it, like same there, a little high from Matthew Stafford. So based on those last 3 clips, here's another one. Drops it into him. He had to stop and slow down for it. Catch him in stride. That's a touchdown.
That was pretty good ball placement.
Yeah.
Gave him a chance to get the feet in and everything.
Same play.
Right there, yeah. Same play, a little high. So he's showing he got some hands. I mean, 20 drops. I mean, I don't know.
Lord, that was
like some of these highlights where it's highlighting Matthew Stafford is not a good, accurate passer.
Right.
And he's had what he got to do to get the ball.
100%.
So
a few of them you seen he had to like jump up for it. There was one where he like had to stop and jump up for it. So yeah.
You got to make adjustment to get the ball. He got good he can locate the ball. He got good ball location skills.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I was gonna say field awareness, but I'm like, that's not what I'm looking for.
That was decent. That was decent.
It was where only the receiver can get it, for sure.
Yeah. He slung that one.
Yeah, he did. That was perfect placement.
And he put it up.
That one was a money shot.
Good.
That was a money shot right there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why I didn't work out over there in over there with the Rams, yo, because
that was a high one, and he one-armed it right there, brought it in. Yeah. A little bit of yak for you. Yeah, I don't know either. Probably it's got to be the Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams effect, man. Like
it got to be something like that, because he's showing me good ball location skills. He's showing me he can get his feet in bounds. He's showing me good body control. You know what I'm saying? Like,
look at that. A little bit of yak. What's up, Mr. Polk? How you doing tonight?
And then this the second or third quarterback I'm seeing him with too.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me? Oh.
Yeah, we can hear you, Mr. Polk.
Y'all guys, I gotta get used to this. I like Discord, but I gotta get used
to it. See, yeah, and he catch. It's like I ain't seen him make a body catch yet.
Nah, he's been catching it with his hands for sure.
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't work out over there with Tutu. I mean, even though these are highlights, it ain't showing his bad. I'm still seeing some good intangibles that, you know, is pretty solid to work with.
Okay, this is Tutu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He sure ain't scared to go across that middle, though.
Yeah, even being as small as he is. And he stayed relatively healthy so far. Like I said, he had that one injury last year. And that might have been it, kind of, the injury.
It probably could have been. Because he a lot of these catches he making too is in traffic. 2-3 defenders around him. or another one, a defender on his back, still made the catch.
Yeah.
I don't think Waddle would have made that catch.
Nah, he wouldn't have. He would have dropped it. He would have been able to make the catch, but he would have ended up dropping it.
He would have let it come to his body too much. As soon as he got hit, it would have popped out.
Yeah.
Just getting ready to say, Tutu is he's catching it with his hand and bringing it into his body. With Waddle, he lets it come to his body first.
So, I mean, there go two upgrades that we already just dissect over Waddle that we're getting with both of these players. Both of them got ball location skills, good body control. Both of them go get the ball with their hands.
Yeah, and I think one of them is going to be a really good red zone target. And I think Tutu Atwell is going to be really good to get us into the red zone.
Yeah. Because he's back with Matthew Stafford now. Pretty good ball placement.
Slanging it.
Pretty good ball placement again. You know, and he's there too, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seemed like Matthew, when he's looking for him, he can rely on him to be there. So it seemed like he getting good release off the ball. He running his routes clean and crisp. Sitting right there. Hey.
So far, we got 4 votes for Malik Willis to be the Pro Bowler, 1 for Jaylen Tolbert, and 1 for Jamari Salyer. Look at him fighting, still fighting. That'd be like me out there, man. Like, you ain't taking me down, man. You gonna have to pick me up and slam me.
Yeah, like, I mean.
Oh, he went down easy on that one. He's like, oh, there's 4 guys around me? No way, I'm going down.
Oh, that's the injury.
Yeah, right. See how he's going in to protect the ball? Like, puts that second arm over it to protect somebody from punching it out. I like that.
Yeah, some of these highlights I'm seeing, I can just see it pairing with Malik. And, I mean, it ultimately making these guys better, too. You know what I mean? Like, ability to scramble, get loose, keep the play alive, give these guys a chance to make bigger plays. Like, I mean, I don't know, pairing it with A-Chain, too. Like, I'm just...
Yeah, A-Chain opens up a whole world of possibilities.
You know, like, I'm just... It's just not... It's not looking bad for me, you know what I mean? It's not looking bad at all. It seemed like we got everything that we had in Tyreek and Waddle in multiple players. We got it in A-Chain. We got it in Tutu. We got, you know what I'm saying? It ain't just Waddle and Tyreek that we got the big playability in.
That was a little high, but he brought it down. 36-inch vertical from Tutu Atwell.
And look at him in the snow. Look, this is great. This is great. This is great. This got to be close to a playoff game or something. This got to be a playoff game.
Yeah, I always try and make sure if there's a snow game, I try and get at least 1 or 2 clips to show the snow. We have so much trouble.
Look, got open for his quarterback.
Came back
body
for
control.
It, yeah.
And to your point, Cap, he do got some good field awareness, because the awareness to come back to your quarterback and get open while he's scrambling, you know, that's gonna pair good with Malik too.
Cap says we need a tight end. Cap, I got the tape just for you, my friend. Now that we went through Tutu Atwell, so you think Tutu's a stud or a filler, Kenna?
I still got to stick with. I'm gonna stick with filler.
Filler? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with filler.
So you think that we still need wide receivers heavy in the draft?
At least one. At least get one plug and play receiver. I don't know how deep this receiver class is, but if we can get one plug and play receiver in the third round, I think that'll be great for us.
What about you, Mr. Polk?
One thing we gotta keep in mind is that with Coach Hafley, I hope I said it right. He's gonna go and if as far as receivers go, he's gonna go and get one that definitely fits his scheme of offense. So I can I feel comfortable with that because he is showing it right now just by going and getting these guys in free agency that he wants to get, like I say, he wants to get guys that's going to come in and like I say, plug and play. When these all these guys are not the answer for us, they also are not top players, but you may have maybe a couple nuggets in the group. And then as far as the draft goes, like I said, you go ahead and pick up another wide receiver. May even be able to get one in the late rounds or undrafted, and what have you. And then with Atwell, having Atwell in Tober, I feel pretty good. Tober, people keep knocking on him, and from what I'm seeing, he's decent. He has really no. Let me back up. What people got to keep in mind is that he was like the third or fourth string wide receiver with the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. So this is a chance for him to prove himself and to others that I can be that guy. So right now I'm kind of happy because these guys play right into the talent of Malik and just like y'all mentioned A-Chain. Then we also and I'm glad we picked up Greg Dulcich as well. I'm glad we signed him because he really, that guy has an attitude that I really like. He made a mistake in the game last season, and he said that's on me, and he went back in the next couple plays and redeemed himself.
And I know he's not a new player or anything, but I went ahead and grabbed some tape on Greg Dulcich too. From his Denver days.
Oh, cool.
Yes. So we do have some Greg Dulcich film. So, Cap, I know we do need a tight end. Yes, we do need to go draft a tight end, but we do still got some tight ends, and we're about to get into the next newest member of our Finn family, and Ben Sims. Young guy, drafted. Where was he drafted? He was actually drafted to the Green Bay Packers. Originally undrafted free agent from Baylor in 2023, and then he spent his first 2 seasons with the Green Bay Packers. Known primarily as a blocking tight end, but the film that I have for him doesn't say blocking, bro. 45 career games with 11 receptions for 93 yards and 1 touchdown. So he has been used mostly for blocking. But for some reason, I was able to find some good film on him.
Mm-hmm.
From his Baylor days. And if they were smart, they would go back and they would look at his Baylor days. You can see this will be the first part of the video is going to be his NFL career. You seen that nice little bobble catch? Pretty big guy. This guy is 6'4". Where did my notes go?
I seen that sideline catch he got already. Okay, good hands. Way to go down and get it. Placement by the quarterback.
Yeah, and there's really not a whole lot on this guy. This is his third year. He's been mostly a blocking tight end. He does have a big frame, so he is built for it. He's been mostly blocking, so not a whole lot of stats for Ben Sims. But like I said, once we get into that Baylor film, if Bobby Slowick and Jeff Hafley can tap into the red zone,
you already see it now, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't even hold.
He doesn't need to just be a blocker.
No,
because
the way he went over that dude with the still form,
yeah,
the way he went down and got that ball by his ankles, where he had that sideline catch in the beginning.
He might end up being like y'all remember the tight end we picked up with Mike Kosicki? I think his last name was Durham, something like that.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Let me see. What's his name? Durham?
Oh, Durham Smythe?
Oh,
Durham
yeah.
Smythe.
Right. Okay.
With Durham Smythe, we brought him in because because they knew that Mike Kosicki was not a blocking tight end when he was very good with his hands. Okay, but when we did bring in Durham Smythe, he was a blocking tight end, but he started slowly developing to catching the ball and being efficient on the offense as well. So hopefully we can get the same thing out with Ben Sims.
Nice catch in the back of the end zone there.
Yeah, he giving me a little Tyler Warren vibes.
Yeah, like looking at the tape for this guy and like knowing the size of this guy, like there's possibilities with this guy. He's definitely a developmental piece for Jeff Hafley. Like seems like the perfect type of guy that Jeff Hafley and Sully been talking about wanting to get. A big body, not super fast, but big body guy that is developmental. Probably needs a few things that he needs to work on here and there. But probably
he can move too, though. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like he's just a big body and can't. He can move.
Oh yeah, you see what he's doing when he catches the ball. Some of these times he's
like
bodying the
I like
defenders.
The way catcher to a runner pretty fast. I like that transition. That's pretty smooth. That's showing he's athletic.
So he hit that spin move. Yeah, he hit that little spin move, and he did it. Field awareness, right? He did it away from the sideline.
Yeah.
Getting that first down there. End zone catch.
So they getting big athletic bodies.
Yeah, I mean that's the biggest statement that they made in the press conference, that they want big bodies on all three phases.
Yeah, big, fast gets slow, big don't get small, he said. Just wide open there. So yeah, that's the film for Ben Sims. So like, not a whole lot from the NFL aspect, but you go back and you look at his college play, and like the college play is pretty impressive. Good hands. Good catching ability, good run after the catch, like with the big body, he's able to really assert his dominance and break a couple of those tackles you've seen. It wasn't easy for the defenders to get him down. Big guy, kind of the type of guy we need to use for our version of a tush push.
And you know what? Getting big bodies like this, it wouldn't do nothing but help A-Chain too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he ain't got to take as many hits from them big defensive linemen. Now, he will still have to worry about the linebackers. You know, he have to worry about defensive linemen as much.
Especially considering his main ability is blocking, right? So if we just teach him how to be a better catcher, then like we're already winning. Because what do we need? right? We need more blocking. We're having troubles with the offensive line. How do you fix that? You bring in a big body tight end that can block, but also possibly catch if needed. You know, hit that block, throw a disguise, and then all of a sudden break off the block, and you got the ball coming off you, and like you're getting that first down right in the middle. I weren't even expecting it. So
And they may even throw him on. They may even throw him into play as a fullback if necessary.
yeah, I mean he's definitely big enough, and if his primary skill set is blocking, he should have no issue with that role. 100%, Mr. Polk. So what are y'all's thoughts? I mean, obviously our tight end position is very slim right now, so probably a guaranteed starter, right? But as far as the fillers and the studs, do you think he's going to make a difference for this team or no?
Now, if you want to put it like that, I think he can make a difference. Yeah, I still can't give him the stud mark, but a difference maker, yeah, I could see that difference maker.
I agree. Plus, he can probably learn from Greg Dulcich. I don't know if Greg Dulcich's been in the NFL longer than he has, but it seemed like to me Greg Dulcich is a little more what's the
Polished.
yeah. Thanks, Ken. That's the best way. That's a good word to say. Yeah, because he can do both from what I'm seeing with Greg Dulcich. So hopefully he can learn from Greg Dulcich and well, we still got to go out and you know get one more tight end out the draft.
Yeah, we definitely need one more tight end for sure. Hopefully it's Eli Stowers. I'm hoping it's Eli Stowers. I wouldn't be mad if it's Sadiq, but that just would mean that we're getting him super early and we're taking Sadiq over a wide receiver or an edge or an offensive lineman. And I don't know. I've watched some tape on Sadiq, but comparative to Eli Stowers, like for me, like yes, they're both game changers. They both will come in and make immediate impacts, and like we've seen how valuable a really good game changing generational talent tight end could be. Like look what Tyler Warren did for the Colts last year. Had they not drafted Tyler Warren, they wouldn't have came out looking that hot. Tyler Warren freed that up. It wasn't just JT and Daniel Jones. Come on, it was Tyler Warren with his ability in the run game, the pass game, the blocking game, like all the avenues that he was utilized in. With that being said, if we can go and get Stowers, who is so like they're so close to each other as far as talent goes, and you can get Stowers a lot later. Kenyon Sadiq is going in the first round. You have to get him in the first round if you want him. And if we want him, we would have to take him at 11. Or trade up from 30 to like 15 or 16 to get him. Why not just wait till the third round, grab Eli Stowers, who's just as good, just as generational, and then you can still focus on much better players like maybe a wide receiver, offensive lineman, an edge early on, and still tackle that position with just as good a player. Like I don't think Kenyon Sadiq is that much better than Eli Stowers to go and reach for him early in the first round, if that makes any sense.
Ain't his Sadiq's strength is that he's a tight end that runs a 4.3 in the 40.
Yeah, he was faster, but if you look at like all the other metrics, Eli Stowers nailed
Right.
all the other metrics. Like his vert was
Right.
44 and a half, like
Mm,
44 and a half vert. I mean, just throw that bitch up.
like
I'm
so.
going to get it. You know what I mean? Like not only that, I'm
Mm,
already 6'4", so add another 40 inches to that.
right. I'm not putting down Sadiq because, like I said, he is a speedster. But the thing to me seemed like Halfley is not really looking for a speedster tight end. He wants to bring in a tight end uh who can come in and block and also be able to catch the ball as well. So you know, I'm happy with the person that the player that you suggest, or someone similar, if it's someone similar to him, that fits half of the team again.
There's another guy that
Oh,
I looked up. His name is Tanner Kazoil. You could honestly get him in the 7th round. You don't have to reach for him at all. But he's another big body guy who's pretty good with his hands and kind of not talked about a lot. But he's like 6'8", 300 pounds. He's like a Darnell Washington type, um, which is another possibility. Like I said, I looked into him, and I wouldn't be upset if we ended up getting that guy. But I don't think he's would be as exciting as Eli Stowers. Like Eli Stowers, if we were to draft Eli Stowers or Kenyon Sadiq, they would start the season as clear #1 tight end. Like that's how much talent they have. Tanner Kazoil, I don't think he would slide into that starting tight end role. He would be tight end 3 rolling through the season and kind of just learning, and he'll get like plays eventually thrown his way and things like that. But it wouldn't be like as if Stowers or Kenyon Sadiq came in here. They'd be starting day 1, like period. Well,
yeah.
while we wait for my media player to agree with us so we can play a little bit more film, let's talk about some of our offensive linemen that we've added. Jamar,
Can you about to say something?
Yeah, I don't think the way these guys is moving in free agency, everything. It I don't know how people feel about this, but I think they might be heavy with the waivers this. You know what I mean? Like stealing players off of practice squad and whatnot.
yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say they won't be. I mean, I guess it's going to depend on how the draft goes, right? See if they get the guys that they're looking for in the draft, the guys that they've been eyeballing, and like if they're able to get them, then I imagine they won't be too heavy and free in the waivers. But who knows, man? I'm trying to get this damn film to play. Bam, bam. I want to play the Greg Dolchitz film for us real quick before we move on. Bang, bang. Alright, now this is the Greg Dolchich. Greg Dolchich. He's been a heavy duty receiver since day 1, man. I like this guy. Like, even after going back and watching this film from his rookie year, I freaking like this guy, bro.
I am with you, Cat. I like the film. I like what he did with when we brought him in um, to our team.
Yeah, he earned my trust, man, when he freaking landed on his head and got right back up and was asking for more. I was like, all right, you're a Finn fan for life, bro. Let's run it.
So, like I said, what got me with him is when he made a mistake. I think dropping the ball or no,
You seen
fumbling
that
the ball.
effort?
He
You
made
seen
a
that
mistake.
effort after
Fumbling the
it, man?
ball.
I'm still listening. Go ahead.
Exact, because when he got up, as he fumbled that ball, he pounded his chest saying that was on me, and he went and redeemed himself. That's what really got caught me with Greg Dose. I said, this is the tight. This is the tight end that we need to keep.
Yeah, to me, he just played with heart.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what.
Yeah,
That's what.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
100%. And now you're pairing this with Ben Sims currently as it stands.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I don't know, man. Dotis might just steal a tight end room. We might not need no tight end. We might got our tight end right here.
That's the vibes I'm getting from him. Kenna,
Nice catch over the
he's
middle.
that dude.
In motion.
You know, he looking for another payday.
We only gave him a 1 year. We only extended him for 1 year though, and that was the one thing that I didn't get. But it's like at the same time we gave everybody 1 year deal, so it's like I get it now. But at the time I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. I'm like, dude, this like should have at least gone 2 years on this guy.
Yeah, but this ain't the old coaching staff. This is a new coaching staff.
And
So
also, oh no, go ahead, Kenna. I mean, interrupt. Go ahead.
it's also like he just, signing with a new team, even though it's his old team.
Well, really, we picked him up midway through the year off of a practice squad, didn't we?
Think so, because
So that means
was
this is his second year in the league then, right?
No, it's his fourth
it's
year.
this would be a second year with us,
Yeah, it's his second year with us.
kind of second year, right?
But he was in the 2022 draft.
He'll be on the practice squad in your fourth year.
All I gotta say is when we went and got him, and the first game I seen him, uh, seen him play with us. I mean, he was balling.
This is why I can't wait till I get the access to the all 22 film, because like I said, these are just highlights. So it's like we're seeing the best of them, of these players. We're seeing the best of these players. We're not seeing every snap. We're not seeing the missed blocks or the dropped passes. You know what I mean? The bad penalty calls. We're not seeing any of that. We're only getting to see the best of the best.
And another good thing I want to bring up too, is they went and signed him quickly, because I'm quite sure there was some other team looking at him or seeing the film on him when we brought him here to the Dolphins and what have been, the way he played that, like I said, last season. And also his contract, even though it's 1 year, his 1 year contract is different from it's a little more than the other 1 year contract that we gave to the other agents. So they see something with Greg Dosage also for the re-signing like that.
Yeah, I think Doach is gonna do his thing.
Me too. Because Julian Hill went to, who was that? The Bills, either the Bills or the Patriots. I think he went to the Bills or the Patriots one. Yeah.
I think it was the Bills, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We signed him over Waller, yeah. But, I mean, at the end of the day, was Waller even worth it? Did we want to keep him rolling through this season after Frank Smith literally lied to our faces? Lied to
Not
our
only
faces.
that system.
Frank Smith literally lied to our faces, telling us that he was physically ready. He just was dealing with mental things. That's why we weren't seeing him through OTAs, and we weren't seeing him in training camp, and we didn't see him through preseason. And then later to come to find out, Darren Waller's given an interview, and out of his own mouth, he said he wasn't physically ready.
Yeah, that's a red flag right there.
Off with both of their fucking heads, man. Off with both of their heads. I'm glad they're both gone. And technically, Waller's not gone yet. I mean, they still could end up working something out with Waller. Like, he's technically not gone yet. Like, it's still on the table.
But he ain't gonna want to rock here because he gonna have to block too much. Remember, he don't like block.
That's exactly why he retired from the Giants, was because they were wanting him to block too much. Toe tap
I don't
catch.
even think. Yeah, I think he's gonna end up retiring again.
I don't
Yeah,
think.
because
I don't think.
this guy. No, go ahead.
I don't think he'll retire as a Dolphin. Go ahead.
Yeah, because
Who we gonna retire?
Well, I mean, technically,
Who
right
gonna
now,
pick
technically, right, if he retires right now, he's retiring as a Dolphin. So, I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
But it seems like he's not really into the game like he's supposed to be. And to me, Greg Dulcich is, I mean, from day one, man, he said it's definitely in the game. This man wants to play ball, and he showed it. And I hate to say it, to me, he showed it more than Waddle. So, you know,
Yeah, most definitely. Charlie Hack.
Charlie Hack. You
oh
seen
boy,
that?
I've
You
heard
seen
of
that?
him. I've heard of him. Let's see.
All right, yeah. So some Charlie Heck. This guy here comes to the Miami Dolphins as an offensive tackle who has played with Bobby Slowick in the 2023 season for the Houston Texans. As you can see here, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you would grade this as good or you would grade this as bad, but you can see he's got 67 games played, 29 of them started. Out of 1,935 snaps, he has allowed 12 sacks, 98 pressures, and had 7 penalties. He is the son of Andy Heck, who's a 12-year vet and current offensive line coach for Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know if that means anything. He is a swing tackle. Starts at right and at left guard or left tackle. I think the most.
What year is?
He's going in his 9th year or 8th year. He's an older, no, 7th season. Sorry, I have it right here. 7th season. He is an older gentleman.
Okay.
So he has had time in the league, and like I said, he does have experience with Bobby Slowick. So my general consensus is I feel like he is just a versatile depth piece in case we do need somebody, if somebody were to go down or they just need some breathing time to rest, whatever. And also,
not only.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, and
not only that, just go ahead.
And also, as a person to help these new guys get the lingo down, get the jargon for Bobby Slowick's offense, kind of like a
bridge offensive lineman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Coach on the field.
Coach on the field. That's a good way to put it, Kenneth. Thank you. Now go ahead. What were you saying?
I was about to say the same thing you just said.
Yeah, I don't think that we're going to be relying on him. I don't think he's going to be the guy that's supposed to be protecting Malik Willis. He's just going to he's going to be there. He's going to help a little bit. Just a filler, not a stud. Yeah, he's a depth piece. He's not going to be a stud on this team. But if he can help get these younger guys into shape and in tune with the jargon and the pre-snaps, all the pre-snap motions and chants that are going to be going out, I think that's his biggest role in this offense, to be honest, because you're going to look at this film and it's not that great. I'm going to let y'all, I'm going to step out for a minute. I'm going to let y'all watch the film and go over the film, and then I'll be back in a few minutes. Got to get a new drink.
Gotcha. Yeah. I think you just here to get these new guys up to speed, which would be awesome, really, because the faster your protection can get on one occur and one note, which wouldn't do nothing but make it for that much better for Malik.
Yeah, that's great. He's being compared to what's that guy name we had offensive lineman that we had on our team about maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Um,
Yes, Davis.
yeah. That's the comparison here. But like I
Jesse
say,
Davis.
yeah, he's pretty much a depth piece.
But I ain't even gonna hold you. After everything we've been going through, I wouldn't mind a Jesse Davis.
Uh, he on there.
He was solid. He was reliable. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't getting nothing extraordinary from him, but he showed up every Sunday. He played every game, and he ain't go out there and get his ass whooped all the time.
Well, that's kind of like Bourne that we had last season.
Who?
The guy we had last season, last name Bourne.
Uh, look, yeah. I mean, he could have stayed with one guy a little longer. Yeah. Help these other guys get up to speed. Cause look at him sitting there looking at his dude instead of blocking. Now, oh shit, let me run and block somebody. And then gonna run into the dude. What the fuck? Yeah, this
Yeah.
on
That's he's wearing number 77.
72, it looked like, yeah. 72, yep.
77 got blown off, got blown back.
Yeah. Look, he almost got beat right there. His homeboy helped him out. Hmm. If he would have held on to that ball a second longer, yo, he was gonna get smacked because old dude did turn his head, go somewhere else. Yeah, see. And he got pushed back right there a little bit. He lost an inch or two. You saw it. Yeah, I don't even want him coming in the field nothing.
Hey, did his feet be that wide? His legs be that wide?
Yeah, I don't want him to come in and even filling in for no injury. I just want him to try to help my guys get the lingo.
Yeah.
Cause I'd rather get his snaps to a rookie.
Man, he could have slid over and got number 77 on that play.
He number 77 now. Nah, 68, I think. Yeah, 68. See, I mean, why didn't you knock good dude on his ass? He playing tackle. He playing right tackle now. He did all right on that. He did pretty good on that. He playing left tackle too. Yeah, he's 75 right here. Oh, this is 68. Hell, I don't even know now.
Trying to see the back of it.
Yeah, I don't know what number he is playing for San Fran.
Yeah.
I thought he was 68. But then again, 75 looked like him too. He playing for Houston right here.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure here he's 77.
Okay. 77.
What number was he playing for San Fran?
I think it was 68.
I was thinking that.
Ask y'all again, is he supposed to have his legs so widespread when he's blocking?
I mean, I'm thinking it's different strokes for different folks because he looked like he's not athletic to have a more tight of. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But I have seen offensive linemen be that wide so they can get out of their stance and get where they need to get faster. You know what I mean? So some offensive linemen like to come out of their set already set. That way they're able to take on the defender.
Just let his guy
See,
blow
he
right
got
by
beat.
him. He just let his guy blow
Yeah,
right by him, bro.
he need to get out.
Didn't even get a hand on his guy.
Mm-mm.
Where's
I
he
mean,
at
he
right
had the
here?
time, didn't take it.
Here he is at the
See,
bottom.
he got time to get out there, but he
But
got
he's
out there
getting
this
beat.
time.
He's getting beat. He needed help on that one.
Yeah,
That play, he got pushed back into his own man.
yeah, he did. I mean, I think he plays better on the inside than the outside.
No, I definitely did notice that too, Kenna. Like on the inside, he does play a little bit better as far as like for the run blocking goes, but for pass blocking, he's not good.
Mm-mm. But he getting beat again out there.
Yeah, you can see him right here. Like he held him off. He was able to make the throw, but
That wasn't too bad.
and this is from that Bobby
Yeah,
Slowick 2023 season, by the way.
yeah. I'd rather him just, help my offensive lineman get the lingo, and I'd rather get his snaps to a rookie.
Yeah, I feel you. Like I said, when I had originally, like I told you guys last week, I was like, Charlie, heck no, look, just let. That's 2 sacks we've seen so far, right? Both on him. Is that him at the top here? Right here,
Mm-hmm.
getting beat again. Look, getting pulled. Oh,
And see, I would rather go if he's gonna play right tackle in this offense. I would rather Austin Jackson be right there than him.
yeah, because I have an interesting stat here for you. Let me pull it up on the screen. Oh, it doesn't show Charlie Heck.
If he do have to play, I hope it's on the inside, not the outside.
Hold on, I had a comparison for him compared to the other. All right, so here is, I don't have the screenshot of it to throw on the screen. Do I? No, I don't. All right, so for Patrick Paul, left tackle, overall grade for last year was a 66.2. His pass blocking grade was a 74.4. The run blocking grade was a 58.5. Austin Jackson was an overall grade of 65 with a pass blocking grade of 73.3, a run blocking grade of 62.8. Charlie Heck, depth piece, it says, his overall grade was a 45.2. Pass blocking grade was a 48 flat, and run blocking grade was a 44 flat.
I'd rather have Austin Jackson right there. Like, if he's gonna play, he's gonna have to play on the inside. But then again, I'd rather give Jonah his snap just so to see if Jonah can come along. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if you look at it through the years, all right, for 2023, his overall grade was a 48.1. His pass blocking grade was a 38.9. 2024, he played for the Cardinals and the 49ers. His overall grade was a 41.2. His pass blocking grade was a 47.8. 2025, last year for the Bucks, overall grade 45.2 and pass blocking grade 48 flat. So very low among other players in his position.
Yeah.
His pressure rate of 15.9% was significantly higher than the league average of approximately 5.7.
Yeah, he's just here for the lingo.
For the lingo, but Jeremy Salyer, on the other hand,
I think that's a different situation.
Salyer, on the other hand, is a very different situation. 6'4", 325 pounds. Also played on the 2022 team Senior Bowl with Malik Willis and Greg Dulcich and Jaylen Tolbert. Sixth-round pick, drafted by the Chargers in 2022 out of the University of Georgia. Let's see here. I do have lots of stats for this guy. Let's see here. PFF run grade. Let's see here. Got them all written down. Where's it at?
Oh, I got draft freebie.
All right, so
What was that?
So here's his PFF run blocking grade compared to the other offensive linemen we have. Aaron Brewer got a 91.5. He was ranked number 1 among all centers. Austin Jackson got a 62.8. Jamari Salyer was a 61.5. He was ranked 58th among tackles, steady but not elite. Patrick Paul had a 58.5. And Jonah Savanaya had a 37.3. Run game. That's for the run game. If you look at the passing game comparison, Aaron Brewer allowed 12 pressures, 1 sack, had a pass blocking grade of 71.2. Jamari Salyer allowed 19 pressures, allowed 4 sacks, had a pass blocking grade of 68.2. Patrick Paul allowed 25 pressures, allowed 4 sacks, had a pass blocking grade of 74.4. That don't make sense. Jonas Havanaya allowed 45 pressures and 8 sacks. Ouch. Ouch. Cole Strange had 24 and 2. No pass blocking grade available. But that seems weird, right? How did Patrick Paul allow 25 pressures and 4 sacks but get a higher grade than both of the other guys that allowed less? I don't know. It's got to be the tail of the tape right there. It's got to tell the story of that one.
Got to.
But if we look at their offensive snaps compared to their grade, Jonas Havanaya had 983, no grade available at right guard. Patrick Paul 976, left tackle 66.2 was his grade. Aaron Brewer had 914 at center, no grade available. Jamari Salyer 449, he got a grade of 62.2. Austin Jackson had 319 snaps at right tackle, 65, and then Keon Smith was non-relevant. So, according to PFF, he's not better than the guys we already have starting.
Jamari Sayers, right?
Yeah. In 2025, he played 13 games with 5 starts, had 501 total snaps, 449 of them were on offense, 52 of them were special teams. He ranked 61st among 89 qualified tackles. His pass blocking grade was 68.2, run blocking grade was 61.5, and he allowed 19 pressures, including 4 sacks and 4 hits. So I guess this is where the tape is going to come into play, I guess. Go ahead, Mr. Pope.
Yeah.
Yeah, because one of the things I heard is the reason why they brought him in is because he plays different positions on the offensive line. You know, he's versatile.
Like a Swiss knife.
That's what I heard. I don't know how true it is, but that's what I read up about him, that he played. When he was with the Chargers, he played different positions on the line. Kind of Swiss Army knife, like you said.
He been in the league, what, 3 years?
Let's see.
Drafted in 2022, so this will be his 4th season.
Yeah. I don't know. He might be one of them linemen that turn it around, and he knows with some of them.
Who knows? All right, so
he could just be a body count, count body.
Another filler, so to say.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's check out some of his film and let's see what you think from there.
He's number 69.
Yeah. Okay. Big guy. Doesn't move very fast, but he's definitely a big guy.
That was.
He did stood him up. He did stood him.
Yeah, because he helped one of the guy block and then he slid up and. Yeah.
That was a bad play design, to be honest. Well, he had that running back running into hole that wasn't there. Because they were asking him to take on 2 defenders, basically. They asked him to take on 2 defenders. Sally, I'm talking about.
Georgia Bulldogs.
That man got pushed back. No first down for you, sir. That guy getting up right now looked like he had a concussion, man. He looked up like he was seeing Tweety birds around his head.
I don't know, man. He seemed kind of solid, though.
Say that one more time.
He seeming kind of solid, like, you know, his point of attack, he's not losing it, but he's not pushing back. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely not like Charlie Heck's film. Charlie Heck's film was bad.
Yeah.
Like, you could see that Charlie Heck was getting overpowered and taken advantage of, and he was just getting tossed around like a rag doll most of the time.
So when it comes to a point of attack with him, I'm not looking.
Like,
you
that
know
was
what
a
I'm
good
saying?
block. That was a good block on a Jobo right there. You seen that? That was a Jobo that we just got.
And he can play guard and tackle, as we are seeing.
I think you'll also see him at some point during this video. You'll see him taking on Aiden Hutchinson. There's an upfield block right here. Ended up, but he was getting upfield blocking, but he didn't finish the job. Like, the guy that he was blocking still ended up getting the tackle. So he could work on that. There's Aiden Hutchinson he's going against right now. Gets Aiden Hutchinson on the ground.
Pancake.
Put him in the dirt.
Pancake them. All right.
I don't know, man. He might be worth kicking the tires on.
I mean, he's a young guy. He's one of them developmental pieces, right? It's like he's probably gonna get some reps. You know, they're gonna want to see how he can do in real time. See if he's a type of person that can improve on the game. And
I most definitely getting hack reps.
Yeah, I don't see Heck. No, don't put him on the field. Cause like
he a guard right now.
Yeah,
he's pushing the pass.
With his big frame, he is able to like make some holes and clear some defenders. It's just, I think one thing he's gonna have to learn on is his like body awareness, like field awareness, like, so that he's not blocking up the holes that he's creating. Like, that's one thing that I'm noticing with him is like, yeah, he's creating space and creating lanes for the running back, but at the same time, he's kind of in the way. Like,
right. Well, sometimes that's on the running back too, to recognize that.
Oh yeah, this is his NFL film now.
Yay.
See, I like that block there. That was a good block. The Chargers, like, he did well with the Chargers. Like, you'll see here, he was great in the run block.
But if you look at him, it seemed like he is getting almost a perfect jump most of the time, yo. Because a couple of times I'm thinking he's gonna be offside, like false start. But he is getting a good jump. You see it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I like him. I definitely feel like he's definitely got the potential.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
See, like, look at this block here. Watch this block here downfield. Ooh, get that defender out of the way. Touchdown.
Yeah, he's one of these guys that, you know, that the film tell the tale, the stats.
Pancake.
And if you actually, I'm looking, and now that I'm looking at the NFL film, remember what I just said about him, like, creating holes after he's opened them? Like, it already looks like he's worked on that. Like, he's moving defenders out of the way.
He's made. You can see. Okay, so yeah, you can see the difference from his Georgia film and now his NFL film.
Yeah, like that hole he just made was a perfect hole.
Yeah. Did he play some guard in LA too? Cause I'm seeing him at right tackle a lot.
I did see him on the inside. Look, that was a double block right there.
Yep.
See, now he's on the left side.
Oh man. Yeah, I like this guy.
But y'all see what I mean by stance? Now he doesn't have that wide stance like Cat had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I see that now. He's not as wide. He's definitely not as wide as Heckby coming up off.
Nah. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, some players, they get a wide stand like that because they're not as athletic as some of the guys that they go up against.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to already get a little advantage of being in position. So, because some guys can beat them to the point.
Chris Jones.
He held his own right there against Chris Jones.
He was getting pushed back a little bit on that one, though. But
yeah,
he still bought enough time for the quarterback to release it. Is that Uche? No, it's not Uche.
I like the way he picked up on that switch. Most linemen wouldn't have picked up. Yeah.
That's some good blocking right there, man.
Yeah, I mean, I like this. I like this guy, yo.
Yeah. I'm with you.
They say stats don't lie. Well, I know for the last 2 streams on Cooking with the Real, we've shown many times where the stats have lied. We literally just said Jermare Salyer may not be that great. Now we're looking at the tape.
It's differently.
A lot better than what the stats read.
See, that's why I always say, man, it's the eye test. That's the only thing you need to go by is the eye test.
Say it again, Kenneth. Say it again.
Real, because it gets no better. Look, this is left guard right here now. I like this guy, yo.
Yeah, we've already seen him playing all over the line.
Yeah, and he doing good. It looked like his best position might be inside, to be honest, but he still can hold his own on the outside. So this is a very good signing by them.
Yeah, I like his play.
I'm gonna say it again. The thing I like the most, you showed the Georgia film, and he you can tell he's learning. But when you put on the NFL plays with him, he can see he's progressed from college. He made that step from college to the NFL. Yeah, I'm with y'all. I like
it. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I like it. This is a very good signing. He might be the best offensive lineman we got already.
You think
and that
so?
is no cap. That is no cap. That is no cap. So? That what we seen. That's some good play. Now, when we get, man, yo, I hope everything go right for this young man for real, because I ain't even gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it like this. everything go right, we got a solid lineman right there.
Yeah, no, 100%. The way that his film looked, and like Mr. Polk just pointed out, like the progress that he made, that we literally just witnessed it, right? We were talking about it in his college film, like, hey, this is something that like he needs to work on, and then all of a sudden we jump a couple years forward to the NFL and notice like, oh, he's already cleaned it up, like he's already gotten out of the way, like he was making holes, but he was clogging the holes with his body in college. And then in NFL, you could see that he was making clear lanes for the runner to run through. So yeah,
Yeah.
100% developmental. I like him. Filler or stud?
Potential stud.
Yeah. 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 You say he's young, right?
Yeah, this will be
Yeah.
his fourth
Yeah.
This is
season.
this is yeah.
Yeah. I gotta go on potential stud.
He could really turn it around.
All right, I like that. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, and then we got one more player that we picked up recently. Ronnie Harrison Jr., inside linebacker. A good thing to note about this guy is he also played safety.
Because he's a hybrid.
Hey, we am I thinking right by thinking this is pedigree?
So you could, but he is an older gentleman. So here's his journey: 2018 to 2018 to 2019, Jacksonville Jaguars. He played safety. 2020 to 2022, Cleveland Browns. He played safety, and then in Indianapolis in 2023 is where he made the switch from safety to linebacker. And then 2025, he was linebacker for the Atlanta Falcons, and now it says for the Miami Dolphins, it says right here, linebacker / safety hybrid. It's literally what it says his role is. Linebacker / safety hybrid.
So I can see in a nickel setting him playing linebacker.
In 2025, he had 10 games played with 4 starts, 29 total tackles, 2 sacks, and 2 passes defended.
Yeah,
Give me a
ain't
second.
got no film on him.
Yeah, I do got film on him. I'm waiting for my film to cooperate again. Give me a second, Anthony. I got you.
Yeah, I could see him playing linebacker in the nickel package. That way, you still got that versatility out there that can play the pass and / run.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. I was like, I know I made film on him. Where did it go? All right, Anthony, if you're coming up here, you gotta keep it. We're going over film. We're talking about these players. Don't try and like run off and talk about freaking drafts and stuff like that. We'll have a draft day for all of that. We're going over the film and the new players right now. Don't get us distracted, okay? But you should be good now. Okay? Okay? All right, cool. All right, let's get this film underway, ladies and gentlemen.
No, but he was just saying about the college dude that was in at Ole Miss. No, that's how he do.
Yeah, no, that's one of the other reasons too. I started putting permissions and stuff on it, so it's like we can keep like from getting off track, basically. And plus, I watched Pete get hit by a couple of those porn bots, and I don't want that to happen to us. That's crazy, man. People are such haters, bro.
Yeah.
That's part of life.
Yeah, it is a part of life, but that's why we got these. That's why we got these precautions ready. All right, so now we got some Ronnie Harrison Jr. film about to look at, ladies and gentlemen. There wasn't a whole lot of film on him, to be honest.
Don't tell me that's him 50. Nah.
I was looking at
36. He's the one. He's the one with the Guardian cap on.
Okay.
He'll always have the Guardian cap on.
Yo.
I think I seen a little bit of him. Yeah. Yeah. I ain't even gonna hold you. He'll go get it though.
Some of these signings in the DB position to me, Cat, are more depth than starters. Like half of these guys seem like they're special teams people.
Yeah, for sure. Especially on the defensive side of the ball. Like we were going over that last week. A lot of those guys are mostly end up going to be special teams guys.
Tolbert is going to be our number 2. I think we draft Denzel Boston.
Who is Denzel Boston, Anthony?
The receiver from Washington.
You said we get him at which spot you think?
30.
High snap there. Gave time for Lonnie Johnson to come in and get that sack. That wouldn't have been a high snap.
Or like, I wouldn't be shocked, to be honest. Though, that I can see if they, being that they don't really draft receivers in the first round, I don't see that happening. But I wouldn't be shocked if they like Denzel Boston enough, they draft him at 11.
I don't know.
But you see how filling the hole on here, though, Cap?
Yeah.
I don't like Matt. I like Malachi, Lemon, and stuff like that, and some of the receivers they're talking about, but they don't fit. They don't fit that archetype that they want. They want big, fast receivers. They want guys like a Christian Watson or a T. Higgins.
This guy Ronnie,
stuff like that.
This guy Ronnie actually kind of reminds me of when we were watching the film on Lonnie Johnson, how he was like going in for the tackles. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
nailing them at the point
Does
of
Lonnie
contact.
like use his head?
Yeah, he like.
Yeah, I think his head down a lot. Yeah.
I don't. This is like.
That's
you
a
guys
good
play
stop
football,
right there.
correct?
Yeah.
I'm starting to like this guy here.
Where do you think the lack of fundamentals is coming from? Is it from 7-on-7, or do you think the coaching in like Pee Wee and Optimist football is not teaching these kids how to tackle correctly?
Anthony, how do you feel about the film we're showing right now? You like it? You like what you're seeing?
I've watched some of these players based on highlights and stuff like that like on YouTube. I could care less. I think we're drafting starters in the draft, to be honest. These guys, the outside of the receivers, the DBs that we drafted are like special teams and returners, probably.
So this him with the Colts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when they got the pick. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree with Anthony. I feel like a bunch of these players are fillers too. We got a few could be potential studs in here.
Jalen Tolbert has starting experience. That's the only, and maybe Tutu Atwell, but I think Tutu's gonna be more of a returner.
Yeah, but I do like the fact that
No.
I do like Alex Austin and what's the other one?
Lonnie Johnson Jr.
The other DB that we got from Tennessee.
Oh, the one from Tennessee. Daryl Baker Jr.
Yeah, Daryl. Yeah. Him and Alex and Daryl. I'm kind of excited to see what them two could turn out to be.
No, those three guys, the way do they fit what these guys want in the DBs? Are they?
Yeah. They kind of do, but kind of don't. Like Alex is kind of slim, you know what I'm saying? But both of them is they are 6 foot, and both of them scrappy.
Yeah, and if you were here last week when we were going over the film for it, Alex Austin's film is like phenomenal. His film was phenomenal. Like all over the receivers, not missing tackles. Like he's an ankle biter, but he doesn't miss a lot of tackles. So, and he was getting it. He was getting it.
I think them two got good fundamentals for Sully.
Oh no, but what I mean by, do they want corners around the same size as Reek Woolen and like Richard Sherman? Do these guys fit, any of these DBs?
Yeah, they 6 foot, 6'1". Yeah.
Reek is 6'4".
Yeah, nah, they ain't that tall, but they 6 foot. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, they got good fundamentals and they scrappy.
Yeah, it's like Daryl Baker Jr. He's 6'1", 190 pounds, but he has a 41.5-inch vert and an 11.5-inch long jump. So I mean,
is he physical enough to deal with these big receivers though?
I guess you're just gonna have to go back to last week and watch the film, bruh.
I watched the highlights and I sometimes saw him get overmatched. Not Austin, the other Lonnie maybe, but I think Alex Austin to me is a slot. He's gonna compete for the slot position with the young kid that we drafted last year from Florida, the corner.
Come on,
Jason Marshall.
Trader.
No, Jason Marshall Jr. Alex Austin's a corner, isn't he?
Trader's a safety. Marshall is a corner.
Oh no, what I'm asking,
I thought Marshall play on the boundary.
No, but being that we're gonna probably move to the bigger corners on the boundary, I think they're gonna probably use him as a slot more. Marshall. He's 6 foot, but Marshall doesn't really have long arms. When you look at him, he doesn't have long arms. OTRS. He's 6 foot, but he has like a 5'10" wingspan.
All right, so
he has really short.
So, gentlemen,
okay,
I was just about to ask you, Mr. Polk, what are y'all's thoughts on Ronnie Harrison?
I think he has, but I know some of these players. We did bring to the team our special team, but I think this guy here has potential because he seems to be always around the ball, and I'm not gonna say he's a filler or a stud, but I would say he's sort of in between. Meaning he could be a potential stud.
I think where you're going is because he has the label, right? We when we first started talking about him, we saw that his label is super weird, right? He's actually considered a linebacker / safety, and it has in parentheses hybrid next to him. So I think that gives him a little bit more leverage as far as like starting playing time goes. I do think that they're going to find ways to utilize him, whether it's in the backfield or rushing the passer. And there is potential.
What worries my what worry like with Lonnie specifically of the tape I've seen, he kind of reminds me of a little bit of a Bud Clark kind of where he overextends himself to get the interception and he gets burnt and stuff like that. I like that he's aggressive, but as a defensive coordinator, that's gonna frustrate me because you're blowing the coverage to get yourself to get the ball and get a turnover instead of playing within that play.
All right, so Kenna, Ronnie Harrison.
I most definitely think he'll filler. You know, I mean, he already been in the league, what, 4 years?
What his age?
I think he's been in the league longer than that, to be honest. 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, because he came into the league in 2018.
Okay.
So he's working on he'll be working on his eighth season.
Yeah, so
he's from Harrison is from I know who this kid is. He's one of these safeties from Bama. Ronnie Harrison, he's from like the Crimson Tide and stuff like that. He was one of the last few people in Saban's before Saban left and stuff like that.
All right, so what are your thoughts, Kenna?
Yeah, he's most definitely a filler. I mean, you know, I like the way he plugged the hole. So, you know, if we do need him to play, you know, we're going to get somebody who is a good filler. Yeah, filler.
Yeah,
because at first I didn't know he was in the NFL since 2018. I mean, you mentioned it, but I didn't hear it. But with that being said, that makes me think more, just like y'all said, more of a filler.
Yeah,
he's a practice squad player to me.
Yeah,
not even fill on a regular.
I don't know. Well, I would say he's a practice. I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
Because it seemed like to me they're drafting players who are versatile, and he's a hybrid, and what have you. And from what I'm seeing on the film, you know, he's not bad. He's somebody you can bring him as a depth piece that if somebody goes down, you can kind of plug him in and kind of let him go from there.
And he's a depth piece for multiple positions, right? So it's like you're giving depth across the defense, not just for like one position. Like that's what brings value to Ronnie Harrison, in my opinion, is like he is depth for more than just one position. Go ahead, Kenna.
And Kat,
hold on, Anthony. Hold on. Go ahead, Kenna.
Not only that, when you look at Sully's defense, you got to think that a lot of his players, they do run
Halfly.
Halfly. I meant not Sully. My fault. Thanks, Anthony. But you got to think that, you know, they're gonna have cornerbacks playing in linebacker positions, so you know they're gonna see pre-snap, they're going to see one defense coverage, and then post-snap, they're going to see another defensive coverage. So, not you know, that helps out a lot, having athletic players and versatile players like that. So, that's what's going to help him out a lot in this system.
100%. And you were going to say something, Anthony? Go ahead.
Mute myself. No, and for me, this is what I've actually said. Me and Kenna talked about this. For me, this is what hurts some of these kids coming into the league in general. Not just Ronnie, him specifically, because you don't really know what it's good that he's versatile, but you really don't know what position he's going to play, and in the NFL, versatility can actually hurt you if you're in a certain scheme, and I don't think Hafley's scheme is position versatile like people think it is. He wants safeties who play safety and linebackers who play linebacker or corners who play corner. He doesn't want like a guy who can play multiple positions. Like
I don't necessarily think that's the case. I don't think that's the case because Hafley kind of said that he's going to be running a hybrid defense. So basically, 4-3-4,
hybrid as in
3-4. Like
when you say hybrid,
you don't know what you're going to get, man. You don't know what you're going to get. Like we were talking about it the other day. You might have pre-snap, right? You might be looking at a 3-4-3 defense, you know. But by the time the ball gets snapped, you might have 6-7 people up on the line rushing you. Or it could be vice versa. You could be looking at 6 people on the line pre-snap, and by the time the ball gets snapped, you have only 3 people.
Only 3 rushing.
You know, and everybody else drops back into coverage, and that's where a guy like
hold on.
That's where a guy like Ronnie Harrison kind of would come in handy, right? Because he's not just a linebacker, but a safety as well. So it's like he really fits into that hybrid scheme.
Especially when you explain it like that, he definitely fits into that because we just seen it on film.
Yeah.
You know, even though, and I understand what you're saying, Anthony, but as far as Hafley goes, he wants versatile players, and then also too, we're seeing that not just with the man our team, but we're starting to see that era in the NFL period where players are not just
one
position.
Right, exactly. They're you know. Some of these teams are drafting players who are versatile.
All right, so I told you guys that we had a nice little surprise for you because 4 of our players have previously played together before. On the 2022 Senior Bowl, we had Malik Willis, Jamari Salyer, Greg Dulcich, and Jaylen Tolbert all playing together in the Senior Bowl. That was one of the reasons Jaylen Tolbert decided to come to Miami, because he wanted the opportunity to play with Malik Willis again. So I went and I did some digging and I got some film from the 2022 Senior Bowl for you guys. So make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe, because ain't nobody doing the homework for you like the AFC Eastie boys. I'm going to tell you that right now, ladies and gentlemen. We need more love. Go share.
Cat, it even goes further. Before Tolbert and Malik played at Liberty together.
Oh, did they? Nice.
Yeah.
So so even deeper connection. Yeah, that makes 100% sense. All right, let's check this film out from Senior Bowl. So I only went and grabbed Malik Willis's film from the Senior Bowl because they did play 2 other quarterbacks. But in all honesty, America got their ass whooped in this Senior Bowl. Oh, I didn't slow it down. Hold on.
It was Tolbert off Gates, wasn't it?
Yeah, he has a couple passes to Tolbert here. Right on the sideline.
That body control I was talking about, it showed up again. Toe tap. Oh, they saying he bobbled it.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Kenna. Like we watched the film from Malik Willis last week, and it was really great. But his film from this Senior Bowl was horrible. I'm not even gonna lie. You're gonna like palm to face during this. Remember all those things we were talking about, like choosing a run first, pass second? It really bites him in the ass here. You're gonna see where it really bites him in the ass here.
Mhm.
Right out. That honestly wasn't that great of a pass.
Nah, it wasn't. But you see the growth, though.
Now this Senior Bowl is hard to judge too because like this is like a lot of these guys' last chances to like really raise their draft stock before their Pro Bowl days or pro days or whatever. So some players kind of tend to be greedy if they can, especially if you're a quarterback. So you'll see that's probably why he decided to run more than pass. Or maybe it's just because like guys weren't getting open. Like that was a nice little design fake that he got out, but
Yeah,
it was designed to go to the first read. There wasn't real no like decision making to
right.
that.
Nah.
Throw away.
Yeah.
See, this one was good because this like actually got good and bad. It's not just highlights. It's every snap from Malik Willis's play during the Senior Bowl. But he doesn't score at all.
Yeah, it is. I mean, he put it in there.
Yeah, it was a
This
pass
more like,
interference.
yeah, this more like what he was saying when he wasn't really prepared when he came into the league, and it shows. It shows.
Well, I mean, I give them a little bit of grace too because they literally only have 3 days to practice with each other. Like these are a bunch of players from different teams, like all coming together to play a game, and like they really only have 3 days of practice before playing this game. So it's like, yeah, you get a little bit of grace there, but at the same time, like, it shouldn't really matter when you're throwing the ball to a target. Like, where was that ball even going?
Was he throwing it at on that? I
Yeah.
feel you on that. I mean, but like I said, man, you see the athleticism, you see the arm. You know what I'm saying? And if he shows the ability to learn, then you know what I'm saying. You probably do got you something.
No, he's
But
definitely been
as
trending up. Like we did the film. We broke the film down last week. We broke the stats down last week. He's definitely trending up, and I think he's got the right coaching staff around him in order to really tap into his potential and keep it growing and not like take a step back. You know what I mean? Instead, take a
yeah,
step forward.
And the thing that really got me the most with Malik was the press conference, his first press conference that he did. That was a man standing up there um, who believes in himself, um, who feels that he can grow and get better and what have you. And I even go as far as say I think he even had good leadership skills. So to me, he has
Look how bad
some
that
good
pass
upside.
was. I was way behind him.
Yeah, that was.
I feel you, Mr. Polk, and like, yeah, I have one gripe though with his pressers that I've seen so far. Is like, for me, I feel like he's trying to say too much. Like he's explaining it, but he's like explaining it like to such a degree that it's like, for me, it's like too much explaining, too much icing on the cake, man. Just like, give me a blunt answer. Like, I don't know. There was a interview that I watched the other day. I don't remember which one it was, but it was just like his answer was so long and drawn out. It was like, ah, you're killing me, man.
Yeah, I believe everything gonna work out fine with.
So after going through all the film, we definitely have more fillers than we did studs. But I think what we've realized out of a lot of these guys is like, we've gained developmental pieces that, yes, they may not be studs here going into the 2025 season, but if they still have the drive and they have the potential to learn, they will be studs for us in the future. Lots of good young pieces that have potential to go out and make a name for themselves, whether it's here for the Dolphins or somewhere else, but they have the potential to go out and make a name for themselves and become studs. Hopefully it's here with us.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this again, not trying to be negative, but um, I'm as far as the free agency goes, I'm happy with it. Um, with the season coming up, like I said, I'm in observation mode because I want to see what we have with our free agents. I want to see what we have with our draft picks and the undraft picks. So to me, it's just observation this season coming up. It may be the same thing next season, because whatever guys we bring in, uh, uh, as far as the draft goes, they have to, we got to develop them and what have you. So we're like I said, we're in build mode. Yeah, people can deny it and say that we're not, but that's to me that's where we at, and I'm happy with the moves that Halfley has that has made and what have you, and the general manager. So just like I said, we just gotta wait and see and just sit back and cheer on our team.
100%. 100%, Mr. Paul. 100%. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited for the season. I am ready for the draft. Speaking of draft, so the next step is a draft for the AFC Eastie Boys. So I'll be setting up a date soon to where we can come up here and we can just have some fun running some drafts. I do plan on running a full AFC East draft. So obviously, Cat will be Waffles will be drafting for the Jets. I'm looking for takers to come up here and volunteer to maybe draft for the Bills or the Patriots, but I would be willing to draft for the Bills or the Patriots if someone else wants to draft for the Dolphins. But yes, so for that, I am looking for somebody that wants to. I'm looking for 2 more drafters. Basically, we need to get a full AFC East draft going on. I want to do Jets, Pats, Dolphins, and the Bills. I think that'll be fun. So if we can get a Pats and a Bills fan up here to want to run that draft, hit me up in the DMs on Discord. It's easy to find the Discord. You find it on our profile page. You hit those links. It's down there. It's down there with our Mercari, our PayPal, all that good stuff. You'll also see the DCC link, but it's not active right now until next year when the new DCC rolls around. So I need to actually take that off of there so y'all don't go make donations to nothing. But yeah, so that's going to be fun. That'll be coming up in the coming days. It is off season, so we are going to start to slow down on the live streaming content. There's not a whole lot to cover now that we've covered all the new players. There's not a whole lot to cover until draft rolls around, and then we can start going over our newer players. We'll definitely, once the Miami Dolphins do finish their draft in April, you already know your boy Catndahat and your boy Ken are going to be cooking with the real, and we're going to bring you the real footage. We're going to bring you the real raw notes and talent of these guys and get a feel for what this team is going to look like in 2026. That way when week 1 rolls around, we're not really surprised. We know what we're going to get. We just get to sit back and enjoy the ride. You know what I'm saying? Because Halfley and Sully they're the ones that are really cooking. They're the ones that are really cooking right now, and it's exciting. It's exciting. Nothing else to say, but it is exciting. So make sure, if y'all aren't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that share button too. Get us out to the crowds. Tell your friends. We just need more eyes on us. Trust me. That you're if you haven't been here, you're missing out. Only the Real Survive with Kenna. Make sure you go over there and you hit that subscribe button over there as well. Only the Real Survive, because technically this is Cooking with the Real. This is Kenna's show. This ain't my show. We just using my platform for right now until he can start streaming on his platform, and then you're gonna be seeing Cooking with the Real over there. So make sure y'all go over there, smash that subscribe button, and start getting him, start supporting our boy over there as well.
For sure.
But it's getting late over here. I don't know about y'all, but I still need to eat dinner myself. I got the wife out there reading a book on the couch waiting for me. Y'all got anything? Y'all got anything else y'all want to say? I mean, I'll leave the Discord open if y'all want to keep rolling. Y'all can keep rolling. Shit, but I'm gonna be stepping away for the night.
Good. I'm about to step away too.
Yeah, I gotta get some
one.
All right, fellas, it's always good talking ball and talking football, especially Dolphins football. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all show us some love. Make sure you head over to Kenna's channel and hit that subscribe button. Hit the like on the video on the way out if you have not already. And if you're coming here afterwards, make sure you leave a comment. Helps put it in the algorithm, because we also do have that giveaway going on when we hit 500 subscribers. Nice little Mike Gesicki autograph photos going out to one of you guys, and it's super easy to win. Obviously, you got to be subscribed, you got to be in the Discord, and then after that, just like, comment, and share. I'm paying attention. I know who's showing us some love, so I appreciate all of you guys. Until next time, fins up.
Fins up, everyone.